It got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards. At 6'5", Kelvin Benjamin is so hard for defenses to deal with.
When you open up the dictionary and you look at that NFL definition of uncovering, you find Kelvin Benjamin, just what you talked about. His size, his catch radius, where you can put the ball almost anywhere. You can go up and get it. Remember how they won a national championship when he was at Florida State? Late game drive, put it way up there on the top shelf, and Kelvin Benjamin got it.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Newton to throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, they're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Second and 10, Newton again. This will be caught at about the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the...
And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. On the 2-yard keeper. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Bobby Rainey now to return it. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 30. Yard line at the 34. With a 5th-round man, Paul Perkins. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit. I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Here's Ginn. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Carolina getting set to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves Jack.
And a loose football. And the Panthers have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Olivier Vernon. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. To throw on second down is Newton. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Third and long. It's Newton. Room here to run. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And who's got it? The Giants. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Now a play fake. Manning. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that brings up fourth down.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
They do go for it. It's Manning. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football, Doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And on 2nd and 10 now. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Olivier Vernon in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. 18 yards there and a 1st down. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Stewart is the lone setback. On 1st down, Newton. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll get 17 yards there. And that leads to a Carolina 1st down.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Olivier Vernon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Dancing to his left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And caught left side, Olsen. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Newton to throw.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield to make the play? It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Back to throw, Newton. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target, and it's 4th down. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ed Dixon, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And it's 15-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw. Brandon, it's early in this one, but Paul Perkins is a guy that I saw play at UCLA. And you know when he did his most damage? Late in the ball game. He's one of those guys that's a high-volume ball carrier and really wears people down and produces big as the game's on the line.
Had some good moments for the Giants this year. Question, though, is he just a complimentary piece going forward, or can he ever be the guy?
I think he can be the guy, but I don't believe the Giants are just going to settle for that. They're going to bring in more competition and make him earn it. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only one on that play.
Manning now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
This is one of those plays where everything went right except the finish. Got out of trouble, found a receiver downfield, but it fell incomplete.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Throwing is Manning on third down. And this is Shepard on the catch. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this is incomplete. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams, so your team starts.
Ted Ginn's gonna go! Touchdown, Carolina! Ted Ginn, 70 yards, and the Panthers add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times.
It's a foot race. The 30. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
To throw on second down is Newton. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. yards.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Ah, yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And now they're in the hurry-up. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And that is incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now out come the Giants. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Perkins on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Newton now on second down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And Ginn's got it. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. This will be fielded at the 6. Odell Beckham Jr. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 94 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Olivier Vernon. Who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Newton gives off to Stewart. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll lead here to a third down. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kelvin Shepard leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Now a handoff. This is Stewart. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
Newton to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and it's fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And how about this, a fake? And he finds his man Griffin. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
You know as well as I do, it's really important to get Odell Beckham Jr. involved early. And that's the first time that Eli Manning was able to find him, and we're in the second half.
You think he and Eli maybe had some words on the sideline? Hey, let's get on the same page.
Without a doubt, because they know that that kick starts their team. That gets them going. And now they have to do it again and again as we go down the stretch.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He's got Cruz complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. Doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense. Because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. No, not good here. Their field general is still down, and that would not bode well for this offense if he's unable to continue. First and goal, defense with their backs against the wall. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep. Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him. Probably have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there. And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Flush to his right. And it is incomplete. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline. It's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers? It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles. Less culture shock. Less culture shock. Less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers. They only played one season as such. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you? You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more? Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. And we're back now in Charlotte. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton caught on the left side by Ginn. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 19. And it's 1st down, New York. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. They went for the big play, just unable to complete it. They run with Perkins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw is Manning. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this is caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And now a 1st down following that long gain. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Shane Vereen taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And his kick is right through. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jonathan Hankins in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Newton. Buying time to his left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen. Every coach talks about
Boston big time, still leading, but it costs him. The drive starts with a run by Perkins. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, Perkins. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 4. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Manning. Escaping the pressure right. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They come up in an offset eye. Now Manning eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Here's Stewart, direct snap. Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a... And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. In motion right is Brown. Newton's going to throw it. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. A good pick up there at 20 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Well, Carolina eating some clock on the ground there, and part of why they were the NFC champs last year, number 2 as a team in the running game.
They played their identity last year. Offensive line, they could move people in the run game. Jonathan Stewart running it. Of course, big Cam Newton could be a short yardage guy. And remember, their head coach, Ron Rivera, a defensive guy. They love to run the football.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Greg Olsen, a 2.
Hey, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a rematch of the NFC Championship game between two young competitive teams. It's Cam Newton going up against Carson Palmer. And with that, it's off to the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona, where we'll hand it over to our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. On the move to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, this past year, Arizona finished 7-8-1. Here are the defensive starters for the Cardinals. What do you make of this football team defensively heading into next year, Charles?
Well, they're an aggressive group, and they didn't generate the same number of takeaways that they normally do. But I think that coming back in 2017, a great core of players, and they'll get Tyrann Mathieu back. And if they get him back at his 2015 level, look out, because Patrick Peterson's one of the best corners in the game as well.
Throwing on third down, Newton steps away to his left. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And when he started rolling left there as a right-handed quarterback, I thought, boy, this third down play is going nowhere, but credit to him, able to pick up the first.
And all you righties who are watching the game at home, get out of your chair, get off the couch, move to your left, and then rifle one. You may leave a hole in the wall, you'll have to explain later, but you'll see how difficult that throw actually was.
Oh, nice move. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football. And what a nice gain on that play.
Here's Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal calls will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the...
And it'll be 2nd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Fozzie Whitaker scampering home from 19 yards out, and the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Nice touchdown. What's up?
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. J.J. Nelson now to return.
I
And a good
just
effort
subbed
on the
in live
return there.
stream.
Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Three and a half to go, first quarter.
Emoji raised fist.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Let's look at this offense now, and let's talk about John Brown.
An exciting young talent from Pittsburgh State, home of the Gorillas.
Here we go.
Hard to
58.
cover, great moves in short areas.
Deep, mirror, mirror, mirror.
On second down, Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And this defensive line will
Could
be
you
looking to
sub back,
control the
please?
point of attack.
And that's
I
what
do
they've
Madden
done
and
throughout
2K
this
videos
season.
have
This is
already
a
posted a
terrific
couple
unit.
2K
They play
ones.
together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. A very solid gain of 27. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line, right around the 2.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
All right, now, blue 58. Blue 58.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
Eight.
Let's go.
Palmer's going to keep, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Carson Palmer taking it in. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
You play PlayStation or
So we're right
Xbox?
back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one. They get ready to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Second down following the run.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Here's Stewart. Cut back, left sideline. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running
That's
back
what you
on
need
that
for a good
play?
counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. The handoff comes to Stewart.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. That one good for 10 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. They'll run again here with Artis Payne. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Tyvon Branch there to bring him down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from the desert after this. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Here comes the D swarming to the line. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And the back goes into motion. Here we go on 4th. Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Greg Olsen, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
Gano for the extra point. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Get ready. 1-8.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Caught by Nelson left side. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Palmer now. Hauling it in, Nelson. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Get ready.
On third down, Palmer. Flush to his right. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And fourth down coming up.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Finding time. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Kelvin Benjamin bounced back from an ACL injury in 2015 to really good health in 2006.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, you know something, hard work and incredible efficiency does pay off, and that's Larry Fitzgerald of Arizona. 107 catches. I thought he's supposed to be getting older and slowing down.
I was just going to say, people are wondering when Father Time's going to catch him, but he's too fast for Father Time.
Right now, he's keeping Father Time at bay, and in fact, is still continuing to flourish in the desert.
Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Carolina getting set to take the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And the wide out in motion. Here's Newton now on second down. Forced out to his left. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback, naturally.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes Nelson. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Defense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Palmer and the offense staying put. They're going to try for it on 4th down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Palmer to throw. All kinds of time. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Stewart is the lone setback. Now a play fake. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Corey Peters able to drop him for a loss of 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Off Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down, here's Palmer. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Let's go.
Palmer gives to Johnson. Uses the stiff arm. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He loses 4, and it brings up fourth. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Now it's Palmer. It's complete to Jerron Brown. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Panthers will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side,
it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Ted Ginn, 65 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So out now come the Cardinals. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game.
And now this one's intercepted. A 3rd interception for Palmer. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. And he's got it up and through. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the return this time will go out.
I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Eagles going up against the Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte, North Carolina, as we bring in our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. On the ground, the first carry for Ryan Matthews. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Let's expand on Ryan Matthews for a second. He has a couple 1,000-yard years in his back pocket. This season, 661. Did have a career-high 8 touchdowns, but where does he fit in to the Eagles' offense going forward?
That's going to be an interesting question that has to be answered by Philadelphia, by Doug Peterson, their head coach, because he was truly their lead running back until a fumble at Detroit. I think that changed things for him. A crucial one down the stretch. Philadelphia ended up losing the game. When he takes care of the football, he's a hard-hitting, aggressive inside runner who can set a tone for a team. But if he doesn't take care of the ball, that gives an opportunity for someone else to come in and become the lead runner for Philadelphia.
Here we go now.
Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
On on second down. Ryan Matthews. Oh, and the ball's out. Matthews loses it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Charles Johnson's stock in trade is coming off the edge and getting to the quarterback. He knows how to make some of those subtle moves inside to help in the run game, and he did it right there. He's an athlete back in high school, played football, basketball, track, so he's a mobile guy. Mobile guy, made a nice play against the run. On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down. Now Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A gain of 13 and also a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you? Bet you're going to tell me good blocking? Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. Wentz to throw on second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters. Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now. Nickel look. Now Wentz on third down. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz from 17 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And he's able to put it through. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jordan Hicks coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. To throw on second down is Newton. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense. They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident. 3rd and long, it's Newton. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up. It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Ready, do something.
Time running out here on the play clock. Newton now to throw. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They come up in an offset eye. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz. And now nothing but green ahead of him. A great read, and it's picked off. 30, 20, 10, 5. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And they're going to have good starting field. Out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They got 29 yards there. And the Eagles are going to have a first down.
Here we go. 3, 19.
And off comes to Smallwood. So he got free at one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
All right, now, look at 56.
Again, they'll run it. Again, it's Sproles. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, 24 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Benny Logan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. Over the middle here to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
And that will be incomplete as well.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
20. Set. On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. This one complete to Devin Funchess. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They run the counter. Smallwood. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Slot man moves right. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. It's a toss right. Ryan Matthews. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on.
And that's caught inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, Made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Here's Smallwood, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard.
Toss play to Sproles. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Darren Sproles with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Newton now on second down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. And quickly, they get to the line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A final shot before the break. Newton. He'll rifle this one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this 3rd quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. On first down, Newton. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22. And really just a heck of a catch. That's a really good receiver making a nice play.
And against a really good defensive back. Right there together, and over the top, the receiver wins the battle.
Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams in Arizona, those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. the Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the two different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the second straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on 3rd down. Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Hicks with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They snap it to Newton. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Corey Brown, 42 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now it's Barner. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They start the drive with Smallwood. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll run it with Sproles. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Darren Sproles. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, 64 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
And those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And the Panthers coming out now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because no adjustments at halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on third down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
Now receiver in motion left. And the offense in a great spot. It's first and goal from the 3. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cameron Artis-Payne. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Gano for the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now it's Barner. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Flushed out right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
And this is a spot where you have your offense stay out there to get those few inches. It's too long for a field goal. It's not worth punting. So this is the right decision as far as I'm concerned, and they wind up picking up the first down.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Fresh set of downs here. Shift together here from the D-line. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Now Ryan Matthews on 3rd down. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Let's go. Blue landed.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And Selleck here, left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be 1st down, Eagles.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Brent Selleck from 6 yards away. And the Eagles add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, Jonathan Stewart. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
180.
Desperation time. Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. In there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They give to Smallwood. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Let's go. 3-19.
Going right back to Smallwood. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Set. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. 3-19. Leopard.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And it's intercepted in the end zone. A great read, and it's picked off. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Stewart is the lone setback. Now Newton. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You got the wide receivers that have to get out and vacate. You got the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before he lofts the screen off to the back. Why didn't he catch it? That's all he needed to do for them to be successful.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Newton to throw. And Ginn's got it. Ted Ginn's gonna go. The 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert, then get that onside kick. And the lead is down to 4. So here we go with the onside kick. They'll need a recovery and a touchdown. A field goal does them no good. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Sproles. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Set. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. And they'll send the tight end in motion. In motion left here, Green Beckham. Green Beckham in motion right. And once again, they go with Sproles. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
To throw, it's Wentz. And it's caught by Selleck. Well, I know at points in this...